In the world of law enforcement, the badge is supposed to represent honor, justice, and sacrifice. But what happens when the very people sworn to uphold the law become the ones breaking it? Today, we dive deep into one of the most controversial FBI corruption cases in American history, a case that revealed layers of deception, greed, and betrayal at the highest levels of justice. This is the story of Special Agent Richard Monroe, a decorated FBI investigator who rose through the ranks with lightning speed, only for his empire of lies to come crashing down. The tale you're about to hear isn't just about one man, it's about a system that failed to catch him, a network of corruption that spanned decades, and the haunting question that lingers to this day: how many more like him remain hidden beneath the badge? Richard Monroe was born in Detroit, 1962. His father was a police sergeant, his mother a school teacher. From an early age, Richard carried the weight of expectation. He was sharp, charming, and ambitious. By the time he joined the FBI in the mid-1980s, America was in the grip of the war on drugs. Cocaine was flooding in from Colombia, cartels controlled cities, and the FBI needed aggressive agents to crack down. Monroe quickly became known for his relentless pursuit of suspects. But what few realized was that Monroe had learned more than tactics from the criminals he pursued. He had learned their methods. Behind closed doors, he began cultivating contacts with mid-level traffickers. He would leak minor case details in exchange for bribes, small at first, then larger. He was careful, calculated, and patient. By the early 1990s, Monroe had built a reputation as one of the FBI's top agents in drug enforcement. Yet secretly, he was manipulating investigations to protect certain cartel factions while eliminating their rivals. It wasn't long before whispers began inside the bureau, whispers no one dared say out loud. The first major red flag came during Operation White Tide in 1994, a multi-state sting operation targeting a cartel distribution hub in Miami. Hundreds of pounds of cocaine were seized, dozens of arrests were made, but strangely, the key suspects, the very men agents had been building cases against for years, seemed to slip away untouched. Some agents suspected leaks, but when the lead investigator filed a report suggesting internal corruption, the case was quietly reassigned. Evidence disappeared. Careers stalled. Monroe's influence was growing. He had allies in local police departments, federal prosecutors, even judges. Those who questioned him often found themselves transferred, silenced, or forced into early retirement. It was around this time that journalist Karen Delgado began digging. Working for a Miami newspaper, Delgado noticed a pattern. Drug busts always seemed to cripple one cartel, while a rival organization thrived. And every time, Richard Monroe's name appeared somewhere in the FBI paperwork. Her articles drew attention and threats, but Delgado pressed on, unknowingly placing herself in the crosshairs of a man who had everything to lose. In 1998, FBI rookie agent Thomas Keller joined Monroe's task force. Keller admired him at first, the decorated warhorse, the agent who always got results. But Keller noticed strange inconsistencies. Evidence lockers were missing items. Surveillance reports didn't match wiretap transcripts. Suspects seemed pre-warned before raids. When Keller confronted Monroe, he was met with an icy smile. "Son," Monroe told him, "you need to understand something. There's the law on paper, and then there's the law on the street. Learn the difference if you want to survive in this job." Keller knew then something was terribly wrong. Risking his career, and possibly his life, he became a whistleblower, secretly collecting evidence against Monroe. But exposing corruption inside the FBI was like throwing a match into a hurricane. Keller was labeled a troublemaker. His evaluations tanked. His family received anonymous phone calls. And yet, he persisted. The turning point came in 2001. A joint DEA-FBI operation, Project Iron Hand, was meant to dismantle one of the largest drug rings in the country. For the first time, multiple agencies were working independently of Monroe's oversight. The results were catastrophic for him. Wiretaps caught cartel members openly discussing FBI protection. Bank records revealed payments funneled into offshore accounts linked to Monroe's relatives. Finally, Keller's evidence was taken seriously. An internal affairs task force, working in secret, launched a sting against one of their own. In 2003, Richard Monroe was arrested in a quiet suburban neighborhood. When agents raided his home, they found hidden safes stuffed with cash, luxury watches, and documents tying him to cartel bosses. The trial was explosive. Former colleagues testified. Journalists like Karen Delgado revealed years of suppressed evidence. The public was shocked to learn that a man once hailed as a national hero had been orchestrating one of the biggest corruption scandals in FBI history. Monroe was sentenced to life in federal prison without parole, but the scars left behind would last far longer. Even after Monroe's conviction, many questions remained unanswered. How many cases were compromised? How many innocent lives were destroyed? And how many criminals walked free because of him? The FBI promised reforms, but insiders whispered that Monroe wasn't alone. He was simply the one who got caught. Karen Delgado published a book about the case, earning awards but also lifelong enemies. Agent Keller's career never recovered. He resigned and vanished from public life. And Richard Monroe, from inside his prison cell, he gave one chilling interview. When asked why he betrayed his oath, his answer was simple: because the system was already broken. I just learned how to profit from it. The story of Richard Monroe isn't just a tale of greed and betrayal. It's a warning that even the most trusted institutions can be infiltrated by corruption. As long as power and money remain intertwined, the line between law enforcement and criminality will always be dangerously thin. And perhaps the most haunting part of this story is knowing that Monroe's shadow may not have vanished at all, because somewhere out there, another batch may already be hiding the next great betrayal.